Hey everyone, Eagle 3 back with another DCS Mission Editor tutorial. This is a quick one on adding a bit of realism to your carrier operations that doesn't take a lot of effort. This is to add a plane guard search and rescue helo to the start of your mission. Plane guard is an important function in carrier operations. Most accidents occur during cats and traps, and the ability to quickly get a rescue unit to the crash scene greatly improves the chances of a successful crew recovery. Plane guard duty is performed by carrier escorts in the strike group, as well as the helo squadron that is part of the carrier air wing. In this video, I'm just focusing on the SAR helo and will address the strike group escort setup in a future video. This is not an actual rescue mission. It only adds extra immersion to your carrier operations. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we're in the mission editor, and I've set out a carrier strike group on a heading of 335 in the Persian Gulf, and its speed is 26 knots. Let's go ahead and grab us a helicopter. We'll use a SH-60B, and I like to call mine Fleet Angel after HC-1, which was the helo squadron aboard my ship. We'll leave Skillet Veteran, and let's just plop him down on the deck. And we'll set him to take off from parking hot. That'll snap him to catapult 1. It doesn't matter which parking you try. It's always going to snap him up there. So next, we need to set him one waypoint, and it needs to be about 5,000 feet out based on the speed that I have the carrier going. Depending on how you set yours up, you may need to make it longer or shorter. It's up to you. And it also needs to be offset about just a little bit to the right. The reason for this is the ship's moving 26 knots, and the helicopter doesn't take off immediately once the mission starts. By the time he does take off and start moving out, we're closing in on the waypoint, and you want him to move over to the starboard side. So just setting this waypoint over here helps. So we'll go ahead and click on him, add a waypoint, and we'll set it here at that spot that we created. Altitude, we'll set it 200 feet. He's going to climb up anyways. It doesn't seem to matter what you do. He's always going to climb up a little bit, but he will come back down to the 200 feet once we get him where we want him at. And speed, I crank that back down to about 30 knots. Now we want to set the advanced waypoint, and this is where we use the follow command to put him into the plane guard position. So we select follow. The group we want him to follow is always the carrier group. Distance, so this is the distance fore and aft that he is going to follow or lead the group that you associate him with. So the way it's set right now is he would trail the carrier group by 1,640 feet, but we want him to be a beam of the ship. So we'll set that to 0. Elevation, we want 200 feet. The SAR helo is operated between 200 and 500 feet. I like 200 feet. It's nice and low, and you can see it well from the carrier when you're getting ready to take off. Interval, this is how far abreast he's going to form up. If it's a positive number, he'll be on the right-hand side. Negative number, he'll be on the port side. We want him about 1,000 feet out. And with the check mark here, he'll follow to the last waypoint, or whichever waypoint you have selected here. I only have one waypoint. That's it. That's all you need to do to get this set up. So we'll go ahead and save it, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, here he is. He's on, you can see he's on bow spot 1. It takes him a little bit before he's ready to take off. Go ahead and time forward a little bit. There's his lights, and there he'll drift off a little bit to the port, go forward, Then he'll come back around. So he hit that waypoint. Now he's coming back into the guard position where we set him. And he will end up there. 1,000 feet abreast of the carrier at about 200 feet altitude. You don't have to worry about matching speeds. He's going to do that for you. So this is really an easy way to get that search and rescue helicopter in the right position where he would be during a real cyclic flight operation. Now, couldn't you just start the Seahawk in this plane guard position with the follow command? Yeah, absolutely, you could do that. And that's how I used to do my carrier missions. But I wanted to check it out and see if I could just add a little bit more realism by having him take off and start the flight operations out as typical. And this actually works, so I thought I'd pass this little tip along. So I hope you liked the video. Again, I'm going to do another one here shortly on setting up the carrier escorts in the strike group. And I'll catch you later on that video. If you've got any requests on anything that you'd like to see, please leave a comment. And if you found this video helpful, hopefully you leave a like. Appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Eagle 3 out.